Hello, welcome to the Gut Brain Glow Up Masterclass. My name is Caitlin Simmons, and today we're going to be going over healing your terrain and reclaiming your glow. Before we dive in, I have to share, this is my fourth time recording this. So it just makes me feel like this is even more important that I get this information out. Clearly something's been kind of up against me as I have been trying to get this all together. I've had to navigate a new way of recording my presentations, sign up for something new. Like, this has all just been quite a hassle. But now I think we're set and I should be good for recording presentations in the future as well. So what we're going to do is dive in just a second, but first I have to give you a disclaimer. This is in no way, shape, or form medical advice. It is not a replacement for medical care. And if you proceed watching, you agree with that and you understand. So let's dive in. Unless, of course, you don't agree, then go ahead and stop the video. All right, so we are talking about your terrain, your body, and I want you to put on a new lens to see your symptoms in a new light. We are shifting a few paradigms today. And so the first thing is I need you to just think of your body right now really quick. Just think of how incredible your body is. Now, it might be hard to thank your body. It might be hard to feel grateful for your body if you've struggled with chronic disease, chronic illness, chronic pain, any of that. And I know this because I was there. I personally struggled with feeling grateful for my body because I felt like my body let me down, and I felt very frustrated and even angry when I would have symptoms because symptoms seemed to rule my life. Everything changed when I started to see my symptoms as the way my body was speaking to me, or one of the ways my body was speaking to me. Symptoms are not your enemy. They're your body's love language asking for help. Most people, we all have been taught, it's been shoved down our throats, that we should fear symptoms and we should silence them. Basically, we should slap a Band-Aid on them and not listen. We're not taught that this is a way that our body communicates with us. We're not taught that everything in the body is connected. In reality, symptoms are signs of internal imbalance. So we have some kind of imbalance going on, toxicity, or nutrient deficiency. So this can be anything from emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, energetic. There's imbalances, and then your body talks to you in way of symptoms. When we treat symptoms without addressing the root cause, whatever that may be, we delay true healing. All right. Now, this is another paradigm shift. So first I asked you to start looking at symptoms as not necessarily an inherently bad thing, but as a way your body's talking to you. Now I want to look at the terrain theory versus germ theory. Terrain theory versus germ theory says germs and microbes cause disease, so we must kill them. How familiar does that sound? Everyone in the root cause community has been on this crazy, intense kill protocol, or protocols or preaching for so long. Even back when I was, 13 years old, that was what everyone was talking about. Kill. You want to kill the Lyme, you want to kill the parasites, you want to kill the bacteria, all these different things. But terrain theory, terrain meaning your body, says if your terrain and your inner environment is clean, nourished, and oxygenated, disease cannot thrive even in the presence of microbes. So this makes us look at things in a very, very different way. And I included this picture here on your screen because I wanted you to envision terrain as something that we can care for. And if we neglect it and let it get overtaken, it can start to look icky, and that will not be a place where you would think anything could thrive and grow. If I went to go plant seeds there, there's not a huge chance that I could grow a thriving, beautiful grapevine or tomato plant or daisy right there, because that looks like garbage. Okay, so infections occur when microbial overload exceeds the immune system's capacity to contain it. Microbes, though, are everywhere. So how are we getting, okay, how does this make sense? If microbes are everywhere, they're on the grocery cart, they're in the dirt, they're in the air, they're everywhere, we're exposed to them all the time, yet we're having problems from these microbes. How does this make any sense? Why is the germ theory versus terrain theory, do you see where this can feel a little confusing? Let me wipe away the confusion. The only way microbes are going to cause problems is if the terrain is compromised. So microbes are everywhere, but they only multiply and cause issues when the terrain is sick, stagnant, or toxic. Okay, so let's go back for a second. Infections occur when microbial load exceeds the immune system's capacity. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. Pathogens are actually often called in as a backup. They're coming in to help clean up, chelate toxins, handle heavy metal poisoning, all these different things, these chemicals and toxins. Think about how parasites actually eat heavy metals. They house toxins. Biofilms house different toxins. And even, other loads of bacteria. So let's paint this picture. If you have a healthy body, your immune system can handle all these things that you're exposed to. You go walking barefoot by the ocean and you are exposed to a parasite, your body can handle it. If you go touch the grocery cart and go around someone who sneezed and coughed, if you have a healthy immune system and your terrain is well taken care of, you're okay. It's not going to cause an overgrowth and a huge multiplication that exceeds the immune system unless your terrain is subpar. Okay? So that's the paradigm shift we kind of have to have when going into actually addressing the root, because maybe parasites are causing a lot of the symptoms. Maybe microbes are causing a lot of the symptoms. But killing them is only going to do so much if the terrain has not been built up. If we don't have a solid foundation, if we don't have balanced frequencies, hydrated tissue, an abundance of electrons, and functioning healthy mitochondria that aren't swollen, we're only going to get so far if we don't build that foundation first. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to keep going. So, what weakens the terrain? What gets our body to a place where these pathogens and microbes can overgrow and cause so many issues and all these symptoms and chronic things that we've been dealing with as a society? How are we even getting to this point? Disease-promoting terrain factors include low oxygen, poor circulation, high non-native EMF exposure, lack of sunlight, circadian disruption, excessive artificial light, nutrient deficiency, toxin buildup, heavy metals, seed oils, pesticides, herbicides, glyphosate, molds, gut dysbiosis, lack of microbial diversity, high stress, trauma, trapped emotions. All of these things affect our terrain. And unfortunately, we live in one of the most we're bombarded the most ever in all of history from what we know. This has just gotten insane. Okay. Now we want to kind of tie in the whole gut-brain thing. So we've shifted things. We're looking at our symptoms as a good thing. Our symptoms are speaking to us. They help us know what's going on in our body. We know that our terrain must be healthy and robust for us to be able to actually even address the whole microbial germ side of things. So where do we start? I believe one of the best places to start is actually in the gut. So let's talk about the gut-brain axis. Your gut-brain axis is ground zero. Remember, we want to build a strong foundation. We don't want to build our home on sand. We want to build it on solid rock. So your gut is where you detox, your digestion, where you eliminate, your hormone regulation, and 80% of your immune system lives here. Remember, we just talked about how if your immune system is overloaded, that's when things are going to overtake. So, for the smartest pack of a punch, we got to start where most of the immune system lives. Your gut and brain are in constant communication with your brain via the vagus nerve, along with quantum communications. Every single one of your little mitochondria is acting like almost like a little cell tower, but a healthy one. It's communicating from everywhere. Everywhere in your body you have quantum communications going on. So if this stuff gets out of whack, all these things can get out of whack. Detox, digestion, hormones, immune system, and then the pathogen overload can come in. So do you see where over the past few years I got trained in the traditional root cause type stuff where we were going in, kill, 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 take this, take that, address the parasites, boom, 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 without building this up first. We were not doing gentle, healing, restorative, focusing on the quantum biology. Your mitochondria are so important. Okay, I'm getting off on some tangents, but if your gut is inflamed, leaky, or dysregulated, your nervous system and mood suffer too. It's all connected. This is why I always talk about your health, your wealth, your mental load, your emotions, your spiritual health, your energetic health. Like everything in your life is connected, just like every single system in your body is connected. Okay, so now we know symptoms are good. You have to tend to your terrain, and the best place to start is your gut brain. So signs and common symptoms that your gut-brain axis is imbalanced can include bloating, food sensitivities, cravings, weight gain, anxiety, fatigue, skin issues, cortisol dysregulation, whether it's way too high or way too low, insomnia. Let me tell you, since my husband is doing this protocol that I'm going to share with you at the end, I'm going to share you some life-changing supplements and some awesome things that you can start putting in your routine now that are actually free. Things that you will see a difference if you actually do on a regular basis. My husband does not suffer from insomnia anymore, and he's suffered from insomnia the whole time I've known him. We're coming up on 9 years. So it's very important we address this gut-brain axis, and we hadn't gotten to that piece yet for him until this system was launched. Hormone imbalances. Okay, symptoms are wise. Your body is amazing. Your body speaks to you. Symptoms can be saying, hey, there's a trapped emotion there. Symptoms can be saying, hey, there's an imbalance between my gut and my brain. Symptoms can be saying, hey, I need help. But your body can actually lose over 75% of its function before even giving you symptoms. So you know what that makes me think of? Why aren't we being preventative? If you think of aging and you think of when you get old, what are the most common things everyone's getting diagnosed with and suffering from? I'm not going to list them, but think about it. You probably have loved ones who suffered. I know I do. I do. And if I had known this stuff before, I think we could have done a lot of prevention and saved a lot of suffering. So, if you don't have symptoms, that is not an open door to say, hey, I don't need to do any of this. I'll keep eating my hot Cheetos. I don't care when I wake up. I love the blue light. I'll put my cell phone by my head and wear my AirPods. Like, no, just because you don't have symptoms does not mean this stuff is not already happening inside your body. Pain, fatigue, mood swings, and gut issues are not random though. They're messages, they're red flags. Any kind of imbalance in your body is not just your body aging, it's your body saying, hey, I need some help. Hello, I'm here. Care for me, love me, tend for me. Like, your terrain is asking for support. Okay, the glow up starts with your terrain. This is laying the foundation. When the terrain is clean and supported, disease cannot thrive. So let's look at the 3 pillars that you need to build up to actually support your terrain properly. Now, these are not in any specific order. You need to kind of be looking at all 3 of these at the same time. I do not recommend that you just go gung-ho on one thing and leave out the rest. But here's number 1, one of the 3 pillars. Number 1, we want to detox the terrain. When the terrain is overwhelmed with toxins, it's not going to function properly. It's going to give you symptoms, and it's going to just keep recirculating. And so by detox, I also mean support drainage. Drainage in the body should be happening on a regular basis. The biggest thing I want to debunk right now that I hear so many people in the health and fitness and wellness space saying is, you have a liver, you have kidneys, you have detox organs, you don't need to detox. That is false. I am sorry if that offends you. You do have an incredible liver and kidneys and a lymphatic system, and you have these detox organs, but guess what? If you're having symptoms and you're struggling, they're most likely overwhelmed. So yeah, you could just keep trusting that they're gonna work, but I would rather help support them and make sure I'm having bowel movements and make sure my liver is supported and make sure my gallbladder isn't filled up with stones and work on my kidneys. Let me tell you, gallstones hurt pretty bad. It's very painful to have gallbladder attacks. Okay? So yes, you have detox organs, but look at how many people have their gallbladder taken out. Look how many people have fatty liver disease, and it's not even from anything they're doing. Like, it's just, oh, you just have it. Look how many people are diagnosed with so many things with their incredible detox organs. If you go back and look at the list of things I said are affecting our terrain, you'll see we are up against a lot. So we have to, in this day and age, we have to support our body and our detox organs. How can we do this? We can release trapped emotions. That's easy. You can read the emotion code book and do that for free. Easy peasy. Or you could listen to inner voice tones, which I will happily walk you through. I'll put a link in the description for you if you don't already have it. Releasing trapped emotions is a huge one. It frees up energy in the organs so they can function properly. Detoxing can even look like acupuncture or supporting your meridians, like with the AO scan. If energy can flow in your meridians and they're connected to organs, that can help. Excess estrogen, you could be eating carrot salads. Emotional energy, improve bowel movements. If you're not pooping, all that stuff is staying there. Ew. Coffee enemas are easy to learn how to do. You can go to a colon hydrotherapist. You can get a lymph plate and move your lymphatic system. There are affordable ones on Amazon. You could go for weighted vest walks. Like, I'm going to go into more things you can do and even a little optional daily schedule for you. But we have to detox the terrain, because when we're overloaded, if you can think of symptoms, then the microbes piling on because the immune system is not functioning, and this disconnection in the gut and the brain, toxins are going to be sitting there and they're going to get in the lymphatic system, and the lymph is going to just sit there sludgy. We got to help move it out. That's why I had a fully booked practice doing lymphatic enhancement technology, is because people need help with their detox organs. Okay, now the second pillar is, as we're helping effectively sweating stuff out, pooping stuff out, getting stuff out of us, we want to rebuild the body. We want to rebuild the terrain. Imagine that crusty old terrain in that first picture. Oh, it needs some TLC. It needs water. It needs to be moved around. It needs fertilizer. I don't know all the things that you would put into that to fix that soil. But you need to rebuild the body with nutrients and frequency. Feed your cells and electrons. Feed your cells what they're missing. Support mitochondrial health, so important. I have a whole course on this. I talk about this on my Instagram all the time. Support your cellular repair and your microbial balance, which we're going to go into a little bit deeper as we keep going, things that you can take and do. So we're detoxing, we're flushing stuff out, giving some TLC to those detox organs. We're rebuilding, and now we have 2 solid pillars that are going to help get us to keep moving in the right direction. Then our 3rd pillar, to really have a strong foundation, is to regulate the gut-brain connection. Why are so many girls on Instagram talking about how they restored their gut-brain axis, or they lowered their cortisol, or they did these things with probiotics, and they lost weight? They feel better. Their brain feels better. It's not a magic supplement that's out there. It's a combination. Okay, regulate the gut-brain connection. You can work on restoring your vagus nerve tone. Some of my favorite ways to do this include face cold plunges. I talk about this. I have a whole highlight bubble on cold. Obviously, do this safely. It does not have to be icy water. It can just feel cold, and it will. You want to make sure you just get it over right here on your neck. Work on calming inflammation and cortisol. Heal the inner terrain so your body can glow. And I'm going to show you actually supplements next that will help you do this very thing, this 3rd pillar of lowering the cortisol, restoring the balance, actually coming in. It's even going to help with number 1. It's going to be helping you improve your bowel movements and your liver and flushing stuff out. It's going to actually be helping feed your cells with what they're missing. And it's going to be helping calm inflammation and cortisol and support that inner terrain. So among the supplements I'm going to show you afterwards, make sure you stay tuned, because I'm also going to give you a sample day of things that you can include in your life. Because we have to be honest, this is not, I share a 30-day glow up that you can join. I'll have it linked in the description. Maybe you're already a part of it. I hope you're already a part of it and you're seeing incredible results. And I hope you're learning from this presentation. 30 days is just so you commit to actually changing your life. The things we have to change are lifestyle changes. That's because of the huge list of things I showed you, the EMFs, the bad food, the lack of nutrients, our soil is depleted, the chemicals being sprayed on our food, all of the things that we're exposed to. I hope that list actually makes you feel better, because it's not your fault. Most people don't have an overeating problem. They have a chemical problem. They're ingesting too many chemicals. They're ingesting chemicals that make them not be able to even know they're eating too much. They're exposed to things that make their mitochondria swell. Mitochondria that swell make the body swell. A lack of energy. You know what happens when a star dies? It explodes because of a lack of energy. That's what happens in our body when we have a lack of energy. We get puffy. So I hope it helps you feel better. We are up against more than ever. We are up against so much. And so you have to commit. If you want to heal and you want to change the terrain and you want to set yourself up for a lifetime of a better quality of life, commit today to start making lifestyle changes. I'm going to share both paid and free things, just like I do on my Instagram. Go there. There is so much information saved in my highlight bubbles. Like for days on end, you could watch it all and just take the information in and start implementing. But now here are the supplements that are life-changing. These are the supplements that are going to help you with these 3 pillars. This is called the AO Core Protocol. Personally, I call this the Gut Brain Glow Up. These 4 products were literally built for the gut-brain axis restoration. Okay, starting with AO Gut. This one's my favorite. I didn't take this consistently when it first came out. I thought it was just another green drink. I'm sorry. Recently, coming up on 2 months, I started taking it religiously, and I am seeing my weight shift. After struggling with that since 2021, it's now 2025. I am seeing my nervous system calm. I am feeling the best I've felt. I didn't even know I could feel better. This is incredible. And a gal on our team was talking about how she lost 11 pounds taking this. Okay, so this is a high frequency supplement targeting your metabolic health, your cardiometabolic health, your digestive health, your immune system. It is addressing it all. And it's not just a supplement. I don't know if you can see this here, if I need to move myself. It is high frequency foods. So it has a little Einstein logo, super cute with his tongue sticking out. And that means they infused these supplements with frequency and light. How cool is that? Next, we have Aozymes. And each of these products, you would have to go out and individually buy multiple things to just compile into each one of these. So this is not only powerful and life-changing and different and infused with frequency and light, they're also extremely affordable and will save you money like it did for a lot of us who are buying multiples of different things for these things. This is not just a digestive enzyme blend, it's a systemic enzyme blend. Breaks down food and biofilms, gas-causing proteins and debris, helps reduce bloating, fatigue, and mystery symptoms, helps so many things. I take this and I don't feel crummy if I eat out. I never miss a meal now. It is incredible. And this is one of the things that really, like my husband, I'm pretty sure this is what really, really, really helped him with his gut, because he was having a lot of really intense, terrible gut problems, so much so that he went on a really strict elimination diet for months because he couldn't eat anything without it hurting. And it happened to be that a huge flare was when we were in Utah at Solex when they launched these. And he looked at me and he was like, did you tell them what was going on with me? Like, how did they know? How is this? I was like, this is God. Like, this got launched in the perfect timing and really saved my husband. Next is AOBiome. So this is not just a probiotic. This is terrain optimizing probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics, and healthy virus strains, bacteriophages, and fungi. So meaning there's mushrooms like lion's mane and reishi and other ones. So this is next level support. It's signaling your immune system to regulate and not overreact. A lot of people struggle with taking things and their immune system just goes crazy. So this is just something you take one a day and it's helping you regulate, which remember, we need to regulate everything, all those good bacteria is going on in the gut so that 80% of our immune system can function. Is it 70 or 80%? 70 or 80. So that we can get our microbes in check so that everything can start functioning. Okay. Last but not least is AO Youth. This is my favorite. This one helped me recover from an injury literally overnight. They gave me a sample when we were at Day of Discovery. The next day, the injury I had been dealing with was gone and it has not come back. So this is multi-source collagen. This is going to help restore the gut lining, joints, skin. It's electrolytes, minerals. It's also amino acids. You would have to take lots of different things. And to make it even better, it's nano-sized. So it's going to get into your cells. It's going to, okay, I have to explain this nano thing. This is next level. Not the crazy nano, like bad nano stuff you hear about. This is when you think of, so personally, I drink water that has been structured so it's tiny enough to get into my cells. So nano water. If you're taking a collagen that isn't nano, imagine throwing a bunch of tennis balls at like a chain link fence. They're not all going to go through, hardly any of them are going to go through the chain link fence. Then imagine AO Youth nano collagen coming in and being a bunch of tiny little BBs and you're throwing those through a chain link fence. They're all going to get, most of them, almost all of them are going to get through the cell. So this is next level. I am so grateful they do nano in so many of their supplements because it's going to actually be able to get to the places where we need to detox the bad nano stuff and flush out the bad stuff. So, okay, AO Youth, this is my favorite. It's I need to do a whole presentation on each of these supplements. They're so good. But I'm just trying to give you a little short gist of it. Okay. So together, AO Core, the Gut Brain Glow Up, these 4 products are synergistically working to rebuild your inner terrain, which we talked about is so important, regulate the nervous system, and restore energy and vitality within. Then when you pair it with the AO Scan technology, if you don't already have this, you're going to be able to be coming in every day with your scans and literally like it's going to be scanning your terrain. What's out of balance? Let's address it. And every time you do a scan, it's going to be sending those optimizing, balancing frequencies back to your body. So it's like a tune-up every single day. So when you can address something, physically taking something, mentally and emotionally listening to your inner voice, coming in with these bioresonance scans that address everything from your brain to your nerves to your lining to your cells, to your mitochondria, to your chromosomes, like it's addressing everything. And then harmonize the terrain and then use frequencies to help you detox and help your liver and your gut and your lymph and all the things, and then run your hormone like this is so exciting. I only wish I could have found this back when I was really, really, really struggling, and I'm so grateful for when I did find it because it changed my life. But this is next level. Okay, so exciting. So here's your optional little example of a daily terrain reset plan to glow up your biology one day at a time. And of course, you don't have to stick to this perfectly. This is just an example, and I want you to just look at it and make your own. Like, make your own. Or if this really aligns with you, go ahead and do the same stuff. But I just want to like share with you, this is really just meant to give you an idea of like how you can stack things throughout your day so you can start setting up your whole future for success and start shifting your terrain now. Okay. This one everyone really should be doing is wake up, and the first light that gets in your eyes should be from the sky outside. You don't have to see the sun. There can be a cloud cover. It can be snowing for all I care. So long as you see unfiltered natural light from outside with naked eyes. No contacts, no glasses, just your eyes. And I talk about this on my Instagram, and I have a whole sunlight course because it's so important. This is going to help regulate your cortisol. Then ground. Get your bare feet on the earth. If it's too cold outside because it's winter, touch a tree. Just get grounded. Movement. Walk. Walking is one of the best things you can do. Bonus, wear a weighted vest. This is going to help your lymph, cortisol, nervous system. It has so many benefits. And of course, take your AO Core. Then midday, bust out your AO Scan if you haven't already. I do this like 3 or 4 times a day with my AO Scan. Do your mind sync, do your inner voice, run a scan. Make sure you're hydrated. Mineral-rich water. Add in minerals. This is a huge thing with terrain. Our terrain of our body, we are severely mineral deficient because we're not getting it in our food. We're not getting it in our water. The soil that our food is grown in is depleted. This is why hair loss is at an all-time high. People's hair is so dry. My hair was falling out and breaking apart. I didn't have the minerals I needed. I didn't have the nutrition I needed. Take Ionix Gold, Shilajit. Those 2 things, if you do fulvic acids and Shilajit, one or the other or both, I do both. I'll include links for everything because I know this is a lot. Hopefully you're taking notes. When you take these things specifically, they help to get the toxins that store in your fat cells, because your fat loves to store toxins. It likes to keep it away from your vital organs. And so your fat, actually thank your body again. Thank your body for your symptoms. Thank your body for your fat, because it's keeping you safe from those things that will detrimentally hurt your organs. This is going to help detox that out so you can pee and sweat and poop it out. So, and then also a high quality sea salt of some kind. Celtic salt is great. Just not your regular table salt. Get salt. Salt is not the enemy. Eat simple and clean, guys. Whole foods, clean, simple. That's really the best thing. My mom just finished up a certification where she was learning about diets and fasting and food and all of this stuff. And, she's taking these tests and telling me about it. And everyone is so different. Everyone is different. But the biggest takeaway she had, at least from what I gathered, is you should never stay on something so long term. You have to switch things up. So, anyways, my 2 cents is to just eat real food. I don't want to fear food. I don't want to be afraid of food. I want to eat and enjoy my food, which is what AO Core has helped me be able to do, along with all this healing and changing my terrain. Okay, so that's an example day. And then we get to the evening. And when you think evening things, you want to stack things that are helping you wind down and get into the slowness of the evening. You want to go to bed early, maybe throw on your castor oil pack, do your red light, pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. I love my mat. I keep it on my couch so I can just turn it on before bed. Do your journaling, your prayer, your breath work, read your Bible, read whatever you want to read. Calm your nervous system. This is not the time to be scrolling on your phone. This is not the time to be listening to drama from a girlfriend. This is not the time to be watching a crime show. I'm sorry. This is prime time for programming your subconscious mind for what it's going to be replaying all night long. So this is a great time to listen to your mind sync. This is a great time to maybe watch a travel show. Like, watch something if you want to, but watch something that's programming your mind for success. Have a light dinner. Don't overeat. Don't eat right before you go to bed. And blue light blockers. I put those, a little picture of red and orange lenses. Guys, once the sun sets, we're actually not, like, our biology is not made to be having screens and artificial light. We're supposed to only be having at the max candlelight and moonlight or firelight. So how can you mimic that? Get some orange colored lenses, blue light blockers, and wear those before you go to bed. So just like you want the natural light in your eyes when you first wake up, then when you come in and in the evening after sunset, you do the orange and the red, which orange is for after sunset, red is for 1 to 2 hours before bed. Not only are you going to be sleeping better, feeling more calm, regulating your nervous system, your digestion, like everything's just going to be better. You're getting in sync with nature and you're helping reset that circadian rhythm. I just did a reel recently where I talked about how if you're scrolling at night and looking at that harsh light, you can be setting yourself back, basically causing jet lag, like 3-ish hours every night you do that. Imagine that compounding and how crummy you'll feel if you had jet lag every day. It'd be pretty sucky. Okay, so that's an example of biohacks and tools you can use, because we want to go from what it seems like the world is trying to force on us is degeneration, and what's honestly happening to our bodies is degeneration. We want to shift to regeneration. We're not meant to just manage illness. We're not meant to live a life full of symptoms. We are meant to glow and thrive and be abundant in every area of our lives. You don't need to fight your body. You just need to support it. Symptoms are not random. They're messengers. Symptoms are good. Thank your body. Say thank you, body, for being so good to me and for talking to me. AO Core helps give your body the blueprint to remember how to heal. Your body was designed to restore itself. This is not about being perfect. It's not about following everything I tell you to a T. It's about being in alignment with how God designed our bodies to function. Innately intelligent bodies, self-regulating bodies, and resilient bodies. Okay, if you'd like to join us in the Gut Brain Glow Up, this is for my team. I have an ebook, I have a group. We have awesome stuff where you can take your core, you can use your AO scan, get our tips, have a community. The main thing is you start honoring your body every single day starting today. Honor your terrain. Make choices that are building up that soil, that are building up that foundation. This way we can all live long, happy, prosperous lives together and change the world as we change our bodies. Okay, thank you so much for listening to this. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Please let me know if you like this kind of information. This is the type of stuff that I think about all day long. I have probably thousands of these types of presentations just stored away in my mind, and I want to get them out. I post so much content. I feel like God just gave me like this intense desire to share what I've learned, and it's so fun for me. So please tell me your thoughts. If you like this, what you want to learn about, let me know in the comments. And let's glow. Okay, see you in the next video.